Hello everyone, my name is Appleguy, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. This is in fact the finale of the series. We will be fighting the final boss by the end of the episode. There will be one more episode being released after this video as a bonus episode where I'm going to do some content like finishing up the Nintendo figurines quest, opening up some amiibos, and doing something here at the item shop, but you'll have to wait and see what that'll be in that bonus video. But let's fight the final boss. The giant egg on top of Mount Tamaranch? They say the windfish is sleeping inside of it. Why? I don't know either. If you talk to some of the villagers around Mabe, they will give you some idea of kind of what we're getting into a little bit. With 4 boys who look alike, even I get confused sometimes. Wait, you're not telling me anything relevant. You're not telling me anything relevant either. You just ruined my point. I'm setting this up and they have to go and blow it. What's my fairy situation? I'm gonna go ahead and grab a 3rd fairy just for the sake of filling this bottle because we got it like 2 videos ago, maybe 3, and I will literally never use it if I don't use it right now. So let me go to the fairies fountain, which I think is this far one up here. So let me, darn. Well, I'm going to the fairies fountain, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let me grab a fairy and just to fill the bottle. This boss fight isn't tricky by any means. I don't feel worried at all. In fact, like I said, I think I'm gonna try and do a boomerang run and a no boomerang run for this boss fight, just because of how like kind of easy it is. So we'll get right before the boss room and then we'll save the game and I'll do a run with no boomerang and then I'll reset the game and I'll do a run with the boomerang and then we will see the end of the video game together. Sounds good. That was a statement. I meant to ask it as a question. Sound good? Yes, you hopefully responded. Alright, so let's proceed over to the library. We need to go to the library in order to know where to go. Link, someday you will leave this island. I just know it in my heart. Don't ever forget me. If you do, I'll never forgive you. Very touching. Child? Grandma Yahoo's not here. She's in the animal village. That's what Grandpa Orira said on the phone. Alright, well, I don't particularly care. Let's talk to the 2 children outside the library, and then let's go into the library in order to figure out what we need to do. What do you got? The giant egg on top of Mount Tamaranch? They say the windfish is sleeping inside of it. Why? I don't know either. What do you got? Where are you from, dude? Outside the island? What is outside? I've never thought about it. Cool. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, we need to read this book in the bottom right. I read this one up top, right? This is the Power of Color one, correct? The Hidden Power of Color, yes. Okay, so this one is what we need. Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint. Do you really want to read it? Yes. Round and round the passageways of the egg. I need to write this code down because it's different every game. By the way, this book, I think we needed the magnifying glass in order to be able to read it. Let me copy this down real quick, though. I have a piece of paper. So it's left, up, right, up, right, up, right, up. That's actually very repetitive. Huh, this book reeks of secrets. All right, well, now it's time for us to get a move on to the end of the game. Let's pull out the ocarina with Mambo's Mambo. We're going to warp ourselves as close to the windfish egg as we can get. We've been up there previously. I guess that would be Dampe's shack. We've been up there previously, but there was nothing for us to do. We just kind of looked at the egg, filled it out on the map, and moved on. Now that we have the 8 instruments of the sirens, we can, in fact, proceed forth and make something happen with it. So the way up into the egg is to the right. Okay. All right. I think when I entered the egg previously, I was coming from Mount Tamaranch, so it was to the left, but it is, in fact, to the north. Mount Tamaranch. Or I was entering from the heights. I forget what it's called. The other one. All right. Let's approach the windfish egg, and let's play its favorite song, The Ballad of the Windfish. The ocarina will be joined with all of the Nokia instruments, and we will play the Nokia ringtone. You know, I was going to make a joke and actually play the Nokia ringtone in that song, like when I was in editing, but that cutscene is just so lengthy that I don't feel like doing that. Okay, we did it. We broke the windfish's egg. We cracked it. It's all scrambled, and that's bad. Oh, Mr. Owl. Hello, Mr. Owl. Hoot hoot, the time has come. The windfish awaits. Enter the egg. Hoot hoot. All right, windfish, I'll do that. In the egg we go. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. The windfish's egg is not a dungeon. Do not worry. You just jump down, and then you will enter a maze. A maze that you must follow by using the instructions in the books. We're going to go left, and then up, and then right, and then literally just up and to the right every chance we get. Up, and then we're going to go to the right, and then up, and then to the right, and then up and to the right, until it takes us to a place that isn't the same maze over and over again. So I think this should be it. Yes! This is where we need to save the game. We'll save it over this file, I guess. Spoiler, you can see when I did my videos. All right, so we're going to start with a no boomerang run. We'll do the boomerang run afterwards. Let's hop in and face our nightmare. It's time for Link to Awaken, y'all. We were born of nightmares. To take over this world, we made the windfish sleep endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place, but you had to come here and disrupt our plans. Heh, you can never defeat us. Let's rumble. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, Link will have a shadow appear. Ooh, don't worry, we're not fighting Shadow Link. I think you can fight Shadow Link if you do stuff in Dampe's minigame, but that doesn't really matter. That's unimportant. All right, first phase of the nightmare is an enemy named Blob. His name is Blob, and like the Blob enemies, you can sprinkle him with some MP, as it were, some magical powder, and you can get him. 3 magic powders, and he's done. Goodbye, Blob. Next up is an enemy familiar to some Zelda fans. This is Aghanim. Aghanim is one of the bosses in The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And it has not actually been remade yet. You can't hit those ones. I should have dodged that. You just need to play ping pong with him, unless it is X-shaped. If his projectile is shaped like an X, then you just dodge it. Nothing you can do. For example, that one is valid. I can hit that one. All right. Yes, this is identical to the Aghanim fight. I should have jumped. Identical to the Aghanim fight in that other game. Oh, gosh darn it. I jumped out of the way that time. That was valid. Okay. Had time to think. Did have time to think on that one too. Great. All right. Aghanim is gone. Moving on to the next phase is a very familiar enemy to us. This is Moldorm's Shadow. And you can tell it's Moldorm's Shadow because it is gosh darn Moldorm. But it's a shadow form of Moldorm. Okay, Moldorm, you're gonna have to chill, bro. We can talk this out, Moldorm. We can talk this out. There we go. All right, Moldorm's Shadow is now done. Next up is another shadow. We move on to... What do I need to face this one? Ah, this is Ganon's Shadow. Ganon is, again, an iconic enemy in the Zelda series. Actually, probably the most iconic enemy in the Zelda series because he's been in, like, every game. Because he's the gosh darn, he's the boss. I need to get over there and hit him, please. Hog, I missed my chance. And I am actually going to use a fairy. No, I refuse to use a fairy, actually. I take that back. I refuse to use a fairy because I don't need it. All right, there we go. Dodge out of the way. Get him. Oh, I need to Pegasus Dash or Spin Attack him. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Can I shoot him with a bow and arrow? How can I inflict damage to this guy that doesn't require me to actually get over there next to him? Because he's just too dang far away. All right, I'll just keep going, and then I'll Pegasus Dash over into him. There we go. I have 5 hearts. I should use a fairy, but I'll wait until I get damaged some more, because I'm a little baby, and I don't want to admit defeat. I said at the top of this video, I was like, I don't need fairies. And I'm going to do my darndest to make that come true. There we go. Got him with a double spin. That was Pog. There we go. We move on to another enemy. This is an enemy called Landmola. Landmola is probably one of the easier enemies. You just need to have a spin attack prepared for when it attacks you. Now it's time for the final enemy. This is actually reminiscent of a boss fight in the Minish Cap. This is reminiscent of Vati, I believe is the name of that boss fight. Although this enemy is, I believe, officially known as Deathel. Death with the letter L. I'll use a fairy. I didn't need it, though, alright? Watch me not take any more damage for the rest of this fight. I didn't need it. I didn't need it. I guarantee it. But yeah, this is a fight reminiscent of Vati. And it is named Deathel in this game. Although I guess it can't be reminiscent since the Minish Cap came out after this game. So maybe Vati's fight is reminiscent of Deathel's fight. Would be a more accurate way of saying things. But there we go. This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world. That's the final boss, ladies and gents. A handful of phases. Tricky when separate, but put them together and have the strength to carry on, and it's very easy. Now, Mr. Owl is going to try and talk to us, but let's run that back one more time and see what it's like to use the boomerang. Okay, wait, that one was actually easier. Okay, hold on. That one was wicked easy, because you just hit it once, then you spammed it. Actually kind of a little easier. Does this one do anything different? I mean, you can hit it with that, and this probably does more damage than the bow. So maybe it's like, for some places it can be a little easier. Nah. Just fight it normally. This boss isn't that cool. Well, maybe if you wait. Hold on. Let's see. You can get a double hit. That's kind of useful, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I really expected this to have like a much easier time with the boomerang. I'm pretty sure the boomerang is doing less damage to this guy. Yeah. Crazy. Hit him. Thank you. Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess in the original Game Boy game, I feel like boomerang was like a really good weapon, and it has just been consistently not that good of a weapon in the remake. Maybe that's like by design. Well, there we go. We're done now, so that's good. We can watch the cutscene. I don't know how much of that footage I showed, but basically the boomerang is useless in most of those fights. Anytime I said the boomerang was good, I kind of take it back. The boomerang kind of sucks. Link, you've beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you. Hey, why is the frickin' owl in here? I also can't even access my inventory to show you that I used 2 of my fairies in that fight. How did the owl get into this cave? Birds are like in the sky. How is he in the caves? Very strange. We'll have to find out in a moment, whenever the game loads. There we go. My hands are off the controller now, by the way. This is but a cutscene. Alright, Link, reveal the game. The ending of the game. What's that I hear? It's Mr. Owl! Hoot hoot! Young lad, I mean Link, the hero, you have defeated the nightmares. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. ... As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian of his dream world. But one day, the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, Link, came to rescue the island. I have always trusted in your courage. I knew that you could turn back the nightmares. Thank you, Link. My work is done. The Windfish will wake soon. Goodbye. Hoot. So, what does it mean for the Windfish to wake, ladies and gentlemen? It's been hinted at. It's been told to us. But now we get to see the consequences of this big whale waking up.
I am the Windfish. Long has been my slumber. In my dreams, an egg appeared. It was surrounded by an island, with people, animals, an entire world. ... But verily, It be the nature of dreams to end. When I dost awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Some day, thou may recall this island. That memory makes the dream world real. ... Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Come, Link. Let us awaken together. Play the 8 instruments. Play the Song of Awakening.
I don't know the Sonata of Awakening. That's in Majora's Mask. I don't have that song. I don't know that song. He means the Nokia ringtone. Like, okay, fine. We'll play the Nokia ringtone, man. But yes, waking the Windfish allows Link to return to his world, and the consequence is everything we know and love on Koholint is gone. The question is, was it ever really real? We don't know. Well, we have a bit of a hint, but unfortunately I got a game over once, and that means I don't get the good ending. Yes, this game has, it doesn't have multiple endings, but there's one scene shown in the ending cutscene that does not show if you have received any game overs, which is unfortunate. The ending scene that is shown in like the anime that we're about to watch, that is not present if you game over, is a scene where a seagull turns into an image of Marin. That is, of course, touching because Marin had said on her little adventure with Link that if she had the option, she'd become a seagull and fly over the ocean to see what else is beyond the shore, which is very touching. So, yeah. One of these seagulls would be Marin. But now it's not, because I game overed once. Thanks, Nintendo. It'd be right after Link wakes up. So you can obviously hear Marin, her singing in the background. Link wakes up. If you recall, at the very start of this adventure, he was shipwrecked. And, yeah. Now we get no memory of Marin at all. But I guess Link will be, like, fine. I don't know. Hey, look at this nothingness. I could really use a Marin right about now. But instead I get to see the Windfish doing his thing. What a strange Zelda game, y'all. Strange Zelda game. Interesting anime art style, though. A lot of people liked this art style for the cutscenes. You know, obviously sparked like the make a Zelda anime thing. And I guess Nintendo decided to not do that, and instead they're making a live-action Zelda game, or Zelda movie. I'm indifferent to the style. I like the really plastic figurine kind of look of the models in this game, but, you know, this ain't bad either. Alright, that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. We have beat yet another Zelda game. No Marin. Like I said, we're bad. We lose. No Marin for us. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We did it. We beat the game. Like I said, we have one bonus video left where I'm going to show off all the things I said I'm going to show off at the start of the video. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We beat this game. What a fun ride it has been. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is really a classic Zelda game. When you think of some of the formative Zelda games, this one really comes to mind. It was creative, it was unique, and it was a real joy to play for you all here on YouTube. So thank you very much for watching. Whether you watched a single episode, whether you watched every episode, whether you were here from the start, whether you joined last week, I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you very, very much. As is the case here with my Nintendo Let's Plays, it won't be long before we're playing another Nintendo game, and it also won't be long until we're playing another Zelda game, although I will take a bit of a break from the Zelda series, play some other series that are out there, but we will come back with Zelda at some point. So many great Zelda games to uncover and show off for you guys. So thanks. Thank you very, very much. One of the stories that I tell every time I beat a Zelda, or not a Zelda game, every time I beat a Nintendo game here on my channel, I've told it so many times, and, you know, viewers come and viewers go, so I guess I'll tell it in its full length. But before I started making YouTube videos, I kind of quit playing single-player games. If I played a video game, it was usually like Fortnite with my friends in high school. And, you know, you'd play Fortnite with your friends for a couple hours, and then you'd get off, it's like the middle of the night. And I would lay in bed after playing like 3-4 hours of Fortnite, and I would just say, what did I just do with my life? You know? Is that really, like, what did I just spend all that time doing? Like, sure, like, I played with my friends, I had a good time, like, I increased my KD ratio and stuff, but it felt very shallow to me. It felt very, very shallow. And one of the things that made me realize gaming was deep and complex was actually playing games for you guys, or with you guys, rather, here on YouTube. Because I would play The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and instead of saying, yeah, I played for 4 hours and, like, I didn't do anything, it's like, I played for 4 hours and I beat Tail Cave, and I'm moving on to the next dungeon. And I know I need to get that heart piece over there, but I don't know how to dive yet, so I'm gonna have to get some flipper, you know? There's progress being made, and that's really rewarding to me. And a big part of that is being able to share that with you all. I'm gonna wrap up that story there because the end is on my computer screen, and that means the game is over. I'm gonna save over this one. We have a star now. Star means we're a star. That's great. That's fantastic. And that's going to be all for now, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit like and subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel if you think they would enjoy it. It means a lot to me when you guys spread my videos around. And I'll catch you guys all back here next time for my next video. Until then, as always, take care.